Korea has nearly 3 million foreign residents, but fewer than 20% of them have taken any sort of Korean proficiency test. So what about the other 80%? Are they missing out by not speaking any Korean? And how much Korean do you actually need to live here comfortably? Well, I'm here at my yearly fan meetup in Seoul, Korea to find out exactly that. 그럼 시작할까요? Well, you don't have to rub it in. Would you mind introducing yourself?
네, 프랑스에서 온 제롬이라고 하고요. 이제 한국 산지 4년 안 됐어요.
How much Korean do you think someone needs to know in order to live comfortably here in Korea?
Depends what's comfortable mean. Like if it's just like everyday things like going to the restaurant, like very basic stuff, not much honestly. Like English, especially in Seoul, is like very often used and understood. And if it's not the case, then just using papago, sometimes it's just like enough.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요. 저 애쉬라고 해도 됩니다. 저는 지난 4년 동안 여기 그 영어 보조교사 근무로 일했는데 지금은 계속 그러게 합니다. 네.
So do you live here in Korea?
I do live here in Incheon.
So then, what do you think? How much Korean does someone need then in order to live comfortably in Korea?
Actually, us English teachers, we have a Discord channel. And actually, a lot of people I know don't speak any Korean, and they've lived here for several years. Some people like 10 plus years. I don't know. I think if you're living in a big city like Incheon or Seoul, you definitely can get by. But that being said, I think you do miss out on a lot of things. You can live comfortably. You know, it depends on what kind of life you want to be living in Korea. Do you want to be living a life where you're just hanging out with other foreigners all the time, or do you want to, you know, kind of integrate into Korean society? I think it's completely dependent on that. For example, like I went to Ulleungdo, and I had this conversation with I don't think she was a local there, but she had a house there, and she invited us to, like me and my girlfriend, to stay at her house just because we were having conversations. I don't think that would have happened if I wouldn't have been able to speak Korean. Yeah.
저는 그레이스입니다. 저는 미국 사람이에요.
반갑습니다.
반갑습니다.
So do you live here in Korea?
No,
Oh.
not right now.
You're visiting.
Yes.
How much Korean do you think that someone would need in order to live here in Korea comfortably?
I'm of the opinion that everybody should learn Hangul, just because I think that if you go to a different country, whether you're traveling or living there, you should be able to somewhat understand how to get around.
네, 안녕하세요. 저는 파워즈입니다. 독일에서 왔어요.
Do you live in Korea?
I moved here August last year.
How much Korean do you think someone needs in order to live here in Korea comfortably?
I would say if you're living in Seoul, not much. It's been quite easy to navigate. As long as you learn Hangul, then you can read the menu. But outside of Seoul, I notice in smaller cities, it can get a bit more difficult. Sometimes people would approach me and talk, and unfortunately, not much communication happens.
안녕하세요. 저는 스테판이라고 합니다. 저는 25살입니다.
How much Korean do you think someone should know in order to live here more comfortably?
I came first to Korea when I was topic level 3, and I was still not understanding like maybe 30%, and I felt like really missing out a lot of stuff. And now I'm like, I got the results today that I'm on topic level 5, so I'm really happy.
Oh, that's nice.
Having that level now, I feel like pretty comfortable and understanding a lot, and most importantly, understanding the meaning of things when locals speak to me, even though I don't know all of the words they say to me. Getting to hang out with locals and sitting with them, and they kind of appreciate you because you speak Korean, but then you sit with them and they all talk in Korean and kind of assume you understand, but actually you still don't understand, and you're like just yeah, damn.
You can swear on my channel. I'll just bleep it out if it's
yeah,
really
like I learned like Korean for like 3.5 years, and why don't I understand this? Like it can be very frustrating at times. It's just like that feeling of being socially integrated.
네, 안녕하세요. 저 7년 정도 이제 한국어 공부했으니까 어느 정도 할 수 있는 것 같습니다.
I like the humble brag.
Thank you.
Do you live in Korea?
This has now been about my 5th year in Korea.
How much Korean does someone need in order to live here comfortably?
After maybe studying for like 2 to 3 years, I think you can be really comfortable doing most things by yourself. I think it's really a challenge at the first start, so you need like friends to help you out. But I think if you study a little bit before and then you live here for like at least a year, I think with the help you can really go to like know what to do in Korea.
Do you think then it's possible for someone to live here knowing like nothing?
I think it would be very hard, honestly. When you say living here, it doesn't mean just like going to the supermarket, you know, and like when you have to go to the hospital, when you have to like make some reservation online, stuff like that. Like Koreans still like to like call you as soon as they're like, oh, 외국인이신가요? Oh, you're like, oh, you have to know like how to like handle yourself, I think.
Do you think then someone could comfortably live here in Korea without speaking like any Korean?
I would say no. Even though I met people who've been in like a bubble of only English speaking, maybe their work supports them. But I would say you would feel isolated a bit. You won't get a good experience maybe.
Do you think that someone then could live in Korea without speaking like any Korean at all? Like they don't even know the alphabet?
I think without the alphabet, it's going to be really difficult. The good thing about Korean, though, is if you know how to read the alphabet, anytime you come across a word you don't know, if you know the alphabet, you can type it, you can learn a new word every single day. So even if you don't like know Korean, as long as you know the alphabet, the Hangul, you can like study based on like what you come across in real life.
Do you think it's possible for someone to live here comfortably in Korea without speaking any Korean?
Well, if it's only for like 2 weeks of vacation, should be okay. But any more than that, you will bump into some difficulties where you're like, oh, it would be nice to kind of know something, to get a little bit closer maybe to the locals or to some experiences that you will just miss out on if you won't know Korean.
If someone doesn't speak any Korean then, what do you think they might be missing out on by living here in Korea?
Many things.
For example?
I mean, just being able to read any sign, any restaurant, any menu. Because I used to live here actually during COVID.
Oh, okay.
And so it was really important when they would
Right.
send us notifications about if somebody nearby had COVID to kind of understand what was going on. It might be kind of hard to live here and not pick up on Korean at all. I think it would come naturally at some point.
So whether you want to or not, you're probably going to end up learning some of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. So what do you think? Do you need to know Korean in order to live here, or can you get by with just knowing a little bit? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in another video. 그럼 다음에 또 봐. Oh, it's bright. Okay, cool. Thanks. You can stop it.